You know what? I'm gonna hope for something different, and I'm gonna hope for a mirror. That's something we haven't seen for a while.
Ooh, that would be a nice change of pace to see the mirror right off the bat.
Get a heart.
Gotta have that extra life right off the bat. We know that the ball and chain guard right off the bat likes to troll a lot of people, so that's a good insurance policy to have right off the bat.
Indeed, he does. So that's never something to complain about.
No, I can't complain there. So should we do an introduction to those who do not know us? They probably know you better than they know me.
We most definitely can. So for those of you who aren't aware, I am the Icus, and my co-commentator here is...
I am Mr. Starboard.
So this is going to be Mr. Starboard's first race. We're going to have a lot of fun.
I sure hope
commentating through.
I sure hope I'm not turning people away like this. All right, he's got the fighter sword right off the bat from the drunk uncle. So he's going to continue on. Yeah, that's what he looks like. He's passed out drunk right there.
I thought he just got beat up by the guards and got left in there.
No, he never made it that far. Did you ever see a guard in that room? He never made it that far.
Well, unless he made it into the next room, which Link just went through and got beat up in there, and then ran back into the other because he was a big wimp.
Man, I just like thinking he passed out. So, well, in my head, that's what we're gonna go with here.
that's fair. You never know. You never really know. For those of you who are unaware, some stats. I got some stats for you based on the standings, and right now we have Andy with a 4 in this bracket, and he is guaranteed spot 1. He has had 4 wins. He's won against all of his opponents, so he will be going on. But Jencey86 and Leodox, their race right now, if Leodox wins, Leodox advances on, and if Jencey wins, we have another 3-way tie occurring in the tournament. This seed right here determines if we have a second 3-way tie or if we have someone advancing on.
I think everyone likes seeing those 3-way ties because that's when you get the 3-way races, and we all know that those could be very, very exciting.
Oh, indeed they could, and I know that our team is definitely working very hard to put together a setup for the 3-way race, because we're going to have to figure out how that works. It's going to be very interesting to see.
Oh, I cannot wait. It's going to be fun trying to program a tracker for that, but hey, I'm sure our guys who are working on that will have no problem whatsoever. And another heart in that, I believe that's where Bloomerang is. Correct?
That is where Bloomerang is on the vanilla. Yeah, I imagine for that we're going to have to pull in a third commentator just to commentate races, because it's going to be hard to keep up with just 2 of us.
I cannot imagine. So let's see. Leodox looking like he's going to opt for the pot to the face strats. Oh, 1 shot, and he's going to take 1 shot and go for a second one. Jencey looking to do the same thing.
A bottle. Very early bottle. That could be interesting. Ooh, early bottle means early sick kid.
Exactly, and we hope that sick kid does not give, we usually take an item from him. Poor sick kid, it's a heart, it's arrows or something. I always feel bad after taking arrows from him because he's sick, because it's only line of defense.
He's got to give them to Link, so Link can hopefully defend all of Hyrule with those arrows that he gives him, or sometimes we've seen rupees or any other possible thing. Sick kid with Master Sword.
Sick kid with Master, that would be epic right there. It's like, you have the Master Sword. Why aren't you doing this job?
He got too sick before he was able to.
You have a point there. You do have a point.
It can be pretty difficult sometimes if you just... all that evil coming down from Death Mountain, getting him just very ill.
That very well could be.
So, as I'm sure most of you know, as many of you have seen many of these races, this is day 18 of our tournament, but for those of you who might be new or don't know what's going on, right now, we'll probably see, well, we've already seen our both runners farm a little bit, and they've both got bombs, but basically you want to get bombs, you want to go through the escape. The escape through the sewers, bomb open the wall, get the items back there. That's their entire goal.
Yeah, it's no fun not having bombs, or even you could always hope for early Pegasus boots too, and it wouldn't be an issue. But having bombs definitely will at least let you get those 3 chests, so you don't have to waste time and come back to it later.
Indeed. So We just like to give you that information for those of you who don't know. I imagine most of you already know that, but we're just filling in some blanks, trying to talk about something while everybody's running to escape. Oh, a second bottle! Already 2 bottles. That's
Jay,
very
holy.
interesting.
It's gonna be one of those healthy seats, getting plenty of love out there and getting plenty of ways to fill up your hearts again. So
Indeed it
hopefully
is.
we won't see too many deaths.
Yeah, I don't. Usually we don't see too many deaths right in the beginning, but there is always the possibility of it.
Yes, I saw one just yesterday, I believe. I can't remember who was racing it, but he had a death during the escape. Actually, he had a death. I think the ball and chain guy, and he came back and he did pretty well, I thought. But I think he also had technical issues too, so that was
That is unfortunate.
that is unfortunate.
3 bombs, a bomb upgrade, and the map. So, not much useful stuff in the back part of the sewers. So,
No, not at all. It's basically
unfortunate.
just trash paper at that point when you see a map. So
Just some trash paper. But that should mean that there is still an item in Sanctuary. So we will have to see what comes up in there.
Yep.
If they manage to not pick up map there, we know that Sanctuary can still have the map. It is still considered part of the sewers. For those who aren't aware. 3 bottles! Holy smokes!
Jay, and this one had the B in it. So hopefully get some. I was gonna say a joke at that point, but I just messed up. So we're not gonna bother with that one.
Oh, that's all right. It is interesting to note. I'm not sure if that was the golden bee or not, but for those of you who aren't actually aware, something interesting that I only recently learned about. But if you have the golden bee, you can take it to the bottle salesman, release it right next to him, and as long as the golden bee touches the bottle salesman, he'll give you 100 rupees.
And see, that's something I just learned recently as well. I knew about you can get the golden bee and the in the ice cavern in vanilla.
Yep.
But I never knew that you could actually sell the golden bee. So that's actually very interesting tidbit to know.
Indeed. Yeah, it's actually a crazy little piece of knowledge. But it looks like we just saw in Anxiety Cave, or Lumberjack Cave, as some may like to call it. Looks like it was just 100 rupees, so Aghanim may not be required in this seed. You may see him go do it anyways, just to pick up the extra rupees. Can't really hurt.
Yeah, if this is a poverty seed, then you may see that. But
it's not very like. Oh, looks like there's 300 rupees right there in Deathwood, or not Deathwoods, Lost Woods.
Yeah, so, wait till he goes up to the Lost Mountains and find up there.
Oh man, I can't figure out words today.
Yeah, English is a complicated language anyway. So
indeed it is. Yeah, Deathwoods and Lost Mountains. They've changed their names a little bit in case for those of you who aren't aware. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, Lost Man. He's the Death Man on the Lost Mountain.
Death Old Man on the Lost Mountain. Mountain's not sure where it is anymore.
No. All right, it looks like we've got Leodox going into Kakariko Village right now, and going to I call it the Thieves' Den anyway, and it's kind of like a hype little place to get 5 chests, I believe. Easy peasy stuff.
Indeed. Yeah. Looks like chat understands. Randomizer for those of you who are aware. Oh, red mail and Titan's mitts. Wow, this has already been a very good. And there's the 4th bottle.
I was about ready to say it. Get out of my head. I was about ready to say, here comes the 4th bottle.
that is crazy. Oh man.
At least, hopefully they'll have enough money to buy plenty of potions here. But
I imagine they will.
I don't think they're going to need it. These are both really skilled players, in my opinion, and I think they're going to be just fine, especially now that they got the red mail.
Yeah.
Now,
red mail makes a lot of this much easier.
Now I know Jencey's probably happy to see that red mail. In her last race, she went through and beat Ganon without a shield and with green tunic. So that was some pretty gutsy strat she had, and she managed to do pretty well.
This is a different Jencey. There's actually 2 of them. This one's a he.
No, I believe this one's a she.
No,
this one is one of my friends here that I race with.
I'm pretty sure this Jencey is a he.
We're gonna argue about it. I'm calling it a she. When this person comes into the when it comes into the interview later, one of us is gonna be eating humble pie probably. And,
Oh, I
you know,
imagine.
knowing my luck, it'll probably be me for some reason.
I'm pretty
I'm like-
sure Jencey. No, wait. This is the other Gen. Wait, which Jencey is this? Because there's two Jenceys.
Jencey86 is a Fantasy Star 4 speedrunner as well, and she's part of the community that I'm in. And she said she was racing today. I
Oh,
signed up
there
for
we
this
go.
race, and hello. I hope this
I
is the
have
right
to eat the
person.
humble pie. Chat is correcting me. I'm thinking of JC. Oh, and looks like Jencey knew about the 100 rupees right there. Getting the 100 rupees for the gold B. Yeah.
There we
so-
go.
There we
So
go.
she knew.
Chat
that
has
track.
corrected me, so that Jencey is in fact a she.
Okay.
I was
Whew.
wrong. I'm sorry.
Oh,
everybody.
hey, I question myself all the time here, so it wouldn't surprise me if I got the wrong stream and I signed up for the wrong commentary. So
No, that makes sense. That makes sense. No,
Yeah.
I'm all
right.
befuddled.
And I think poor Jencey blew up the chicken. So
That's unfortunate.
I always say, do not bomb the chickens. Bomb the goats if you'd like, but leave the chickens alone.
Indeed.
If anyone gets that SOE reference,
So there was a
What is-
shovel.
malaria kid with the shovel.
I don't know why he has the shovel. That might have been why he got so sick. All that grave
Well,
digging.
I was gonna say maybe he's preparing for something.
Oh no.
Yeah, well, okay, I'll eat my words on that one. That's okay. At the
Let's
very
not
end,
say that.
at the very end of this game, I guarantee he's gonna recover.
I hope
I
so, because
I just guarantee it. Unless for some reason he's a skeleton at the end and they sprite swap him.
oh, and they got the butter sword.
Oh, I can't believe it. I really cannot believe it. Okay, I actually can believe it, but we got the better sword for Leo.
I can definitely believe it. We have seen butter swords show up so early in so many.
Alright, so we got Leodox now. It looks like he's going to be going to the, well, it's usually the Swamp Palace areas, but I call it the dam because, hey, you're releasing the water, so I'm calling it the dam.
Some call it Watergate, some call it dam, some call it.
Well, if it's
Any other
Watergate, we
things.
got to find Nixon somewhere in there.
Yeah, I mean, you never know.
Never know.
Nixon
There's a
coming
single arrow. Get that one out of the way early.
The single arrow, in case anybody wasn't aware, the single arrow is the arrow that will kill anybody.
I was gonna
So-
say that single arrow. You watch. This is gonna come down to that one arrow, and
That
Jencey
is
with
that-
the butter sword
That
now.
overpowered arrow, man. That thing
Just that.
just
It's gonna be.
kill
It's that
anyone.
lucky arrow.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Indeed it is. So, Leodox not finding much there in the dam. Looks like Jencey's heading down there as well. Probably
No,
gonna head up that way.
Looks like someone tried to use something to break open the dam, but it kind of defused in the water. So you
Yeah.
got the leftovers.
Indeed. So, yeah. Looks like we're gonna see Leodox heading into nice little mini mold orm cave. Should be.
Oh yes, mini
something.
dorms with the generous guy hiding, and
Yeah.
hopefully he's very generous today.
We can only hope. We can only. So what do we get, Leodox?
Leo making quick work of those mini dorms.
So many rupees so far. It looks like it may be an early. Oh, Cane of Burna. So it looks like we may have an early Zora. Could be a lot of fun.
Hopefully that they get there. Especially this is definitely showing up not to be a poverty seed, so that's good.
Indeed.
Leo, and
We've seen many where that was. So.
oh, I hate those poverty seeds myself, and I'm sure anybody who's ever played a rando, especially when they get to King Zor or even Kiki, you're like, where are my rupees? I know we just had him on that brick. Poor guy, get all the way to Palace of Darkness and get up to Kiki, and is like, oh crap, I don't have the 100 rupees.
Indeed, he did, and that was just unfortunate. And then we've seen many runners who've forgotten that the breadsmiths require rupees, or that you have to have 80 rupees for the digging game, or 30 rupees for the chess game. There's so many things that need rupees. It's so easy to get.
And no one ever thinks of it too much now because you've got the randomizer increases the max that you can have on the rupees.
Indeed.
And with
Usually
so
you
many
have
rupees
more than
going
enough.
Yeah, it's like with people, or with you finding in chess 300 rupees here, 50 rupees here. Some people, and myself included, I'm very guilty of this. Don't look at the rupee count, and that sometimes can backfire on you if you definitely don't have enough. Looks like Jencey's got the Cane of Brian now. Little known fact: the Cane of Brian is actually the cane used by the hero from the N64 game Quest 64. In case anyone's noticed, that is Brian's cane. And if anyone believes me, I kind of laugh at that. And the crowd went silent. I love it.
I'm like, what? But it looks like Leodox is doing fake flippers. Gonna head up to see what Hobo has. We saw just some bombs right there on the ledge. Not on the ledge, on the island. So,
Let's see what that hobo has. Hopefully he's, if he's got money, it's like, why are you a hobo? You have money.
I mean, I know earlier today, the first race of this morning, we saw the hobo with bombs, so we kind of decided he might have been a terrorist this morning.
Oh,
all those bombs and hiding under. Oh, the hammer! Now we know that could be interesting because the randomizer will never force you to do a glitch like that going under there. So this is now a sequence break. So if having that hammer shouldn't have happened before, this could make an interesting change.
Yeah, I'm definitely not sure if I'm not aware. I think Jencey knows how to do fake flippers, but she hasn't attempted it, so I'm almost wondering if she does not. So she'll probably go back there. Actually, I'm pretty sure she'll go back there as soon as she has regular flippers.
I definitely hope so, because that hammer could come very in handy. Looks like Jencey is... Yeah, Jencey is probably heading up to turn in the mushroom and then hit up Zora, since she has the ability to do it. Could be interesting to see if flippers are going to be needed for that ledge item in Zora's. Always a possibility. Oh man, Leodox finding the bow. Man.
Bow in Sarsaparella's hut. What is he hiding back there?
Yeah.
What does he need the bow for anyway? I can understand why he had boots in vanilla, but the bow,
and
come
we
on,
get to
game.
see pendants in Tower of Hera and Desert.
Ooh.
And Eastern is a crystal.
Jencey with the moon pearl from the mushroom. Ooh, what a find.
Now that is a serious find right there. So that moon pearl could make for some interesting differences just based on where our runners have gone. We could see them making some very different route choices at this point.
And that can happen, that's for sure.
Most definitely. So looks like Leodox is probably going to head in and probably finish out Eastern, since it is a crystal and he does have the bow and is able to finish it out pretty quick. So.
Yeah, it's a quick palace to go through. If you got the bow and you're in the area, just go for it at that point. There's nothing else you really need. It's got 3 items, I believe, that you can find in it. And sometimes those items can turn up to be something you desperately need.
Indeed it can. Yeah, no asterisks in the light world. No, we haven't seen 5 or 6 or the green pendant, so
it'll be a dark world seed. You're not going to see much more in the light world unless, it's a Master Sword required seed, which everybody, it seems, hopes for these days.
Yeah, I mean, I can't blame him. It's nice to see a Master Sword seed. It is interesting that we didn't see Jencey go and check out Zora. Jencey just opted not to do it, deciding instead to go directly to the Dark World because she got the Moon Pearl.
Yeah, I mean, she was right by the witch's hut, so normally you would think that you would go to King Zora, but she may be waiting to see if she can find flippers to make it a little easier to traverse and also to pick up what possibly could be a good item in Zora's domain.
It's also the possibility she could be waiting to go up there when she's doing catfish, just trying to hit up all 3 items at the same time. Not a bad choice. It's just interesting when you already had to walk up that way anyways to make this choice. But we'll have to see how it plays out. Leodox making quick work of Eastern, though.
I can never figure out that skeleton glitch. No matter how many times people tell me how it's done, I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
Very quick work at that, though.
I have managed to do it once, and it's a tricky one to pull off. So I'm hoping that Jencey will pull up her map here in a second so we can find out where Green Pendant is and where 5 and 6 crystals are, because I'd love to see which ones might be our big ones.
Leodox still making quick work of Eastern Palace here.
5. Ooh, this could be interesting. 5 is Palace of Darkness. 6 is Mystery Mire.
And the green pendant is Ice Palace. Let's hope that the Saskatchewan there does not have an important item.
Saskatchewan, good one. But that makes it very interesting because that is like 3 that you don't want to be basically the setup that they are. So
yeah, and if you're gonna have to not do Ice Palace, I don't think anybody's gonna want to.
Leodox picking up his Bloomerang. So Jencey going to Aghanim right now.
That's an interesting choice considering she's got the Moon Pearl, but that may pay off dividends to her since she can basically go to any other place. She may do Catfish right after Aghanim to get that easy warp point there.
Quite a possibility. It makes it an interesting choice when she hasn't checked behind Sarsaparillas' hut. She hasn't checked Zora. There's quite a few overworld places that she hasn't gone. So this makes it an interesting choice. This gamble could end up paying off big, but as we've already seen, as we see with Leodox based on the items he has, this very likely wasn't necessary.
It's very possible it could not be, but sometimes 00 does roll up, so whenever you're in doubt, sometimes you gotta take that gamble.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's just definitely interesting, but yeah, we already know that Aghanim's definitely not required, because Leodox has the hammer, has the Titan's mitts, so there'd already be a way to get to the pyramid, so...
We know that Moon Pearl's not in the pyramid, so...
Yeah, so this... It's an interesting choice on her part.
Well, I'm sure she's got her reasons, and I'm sure she's... I was gonna say something about that too, but I can never figure out the words, so... She's got her reason, we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, this is gonna be something that we'll have to ask her about when we come to our final interview. Why she decided to go do Aghanim when she still had so many things that she needed to check. Leodox picking up his first crystal from Eastern Palace, making very quick work of Armos Knights.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, chat is making a valid point. I hadn't even thought about that, but the hammer was in the hobo, which Leodox did a sequence break for, which could have meant... Well, no, there's still Zora to do, which we haven't seen either player do, so there's a possibility that Zora has something interesting. But that sequence break may have changed the outcome of this a bit, because it is then possible that Aghanim was in fact required, and Leodox is just managing to avoid it because of a sequence break.
That's very true at that point. Jay, I never thought of that.
Yeah,
Good job, chat. You're keeping us on our toes.
Yeah, no kidding. No, Jencey did not get the bow yet. The bow was in the back part of Sarsaparillas' hut, and Jencey never went over there.
One of us will get the name right one of these days. I know it. I have faith in you.
I'm not even trying to get it right anymore.
I don't think anybody is.
Fully given up. It's become
my wife's
a meme
probably yelling at her
point.
TV right now saying it's Sarsaparilla, blah, 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 blah.
How have you pronounced it?
I can't even pronounce it. What I'm trying to pronounce, that's how bad it is. And Leodox with the Moon Pearl now.
Oh my gosh. Where is Moon Pearl? There it is. Salisbury steak, sriracha sauce, side salad. Yeah, nobody knows how to pronounce that.
Secretariat.
Steve. There we go. That's the name, Steve.
Steve Urkel. There we go.
Why not?
He did not do that. I swear he did not. Looks like Leodox going up to King Zora now. Let's see if he's
bombs on the ledge, so that's not necessary. But Zora still could give something, or Zora could give some life lessons. I'm excited to see.
Let's see how trolly this seed is. We've seen a bunch of those too. A lot of life lessons that King Zora has.
Most definitely. And it is interesting because if Zora doesn't give something, then Aghanim is required. Yes. Aghanim should be required. Because there's not many other options left to our runners. Oh, in the mirror! Still not great. Still not really anything that opens anything up. So I think they're gonna have to stick.
Right, well, Swamp Palace is required, so
that's true.
You do need mirror to get into Swamp Palace, as I've mistakenly forgotten a million times.
Yeah. Well, I guess mirror does open some stuff up. Mirror opens up Death Mountain a bit, doesn't it? So yeah. that opens up quite a bit. Jencey having some frustration finding the power gloves on.
It's the power glove. It's so bad.
Oh man, that is unfortunate. So Aghanim 1, as we have seen, is not required at all. Jencey needs to go hit up Zora so that she then has access to Death Mountain.
Leodox taking his way up to the to Death Mountain, gonna run into the old man here. And let's hope the old man gives him something other than a kiss that would restore his health.
Yeah, that would always be nice. You never know, though.
Because that's one life lesson you can learn from this game.
Yeah.
Old man kisses will give you health.
Yeah, that's very true. Oh, and the hook shot. So that opens up Eastern even without the sequence break. So Leodox's sequence break really not coming into play so far. Very interesting to see.
Still wondering how that old man even had the hook shot. You'd think with it he could have at least felt his way around the cave. Didn't need Link at all, but you know, I mean, Link did his good deed. He helped the old man cross the mountain and
got him a hook shot. So that opens up
his hook shot badge out of it.
Oh, Leodox seeing boots on top of Spectacle Rock, which he'll be able to pick up, and book inside. Wow, Leodox is going to get well rewarded having this mirror. So Jencey, looks like Jencey's going to head up, pick up her book, and then hopefully she heads over to Eastern Side, because we know she doesn't have the mirror yet. And she's not heading over to Zora very soon, so it could be a little while before she goes over.
Well, and that's going to be a well, actually, wait a second. Tower hair is not required for this one, is it? I don't see an asterisk near it, so it's not necessarily required.
Tower of Hair is very likely not required at all. So
let's just hope this is not a seed where there's something important in the Master Sword for them.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the viewers itself would probably love to see a full run seed, but as a runner and a player of these seeds, you don't want to have to do that if you don't have to.
Indeed. So Jencey picking up the book. So Leodox getting boots and book, Jencey only getting book. Oh, they both picked up a hook shot. Let me mark that too. So it looks like Leodox is heading right over to Eastern, not wasting any time. Yeah, chat's already putting the Master Sword hype.
I cannot blame him there. It's good place to start. Hype cave, you can't go wrong. And not since they both have Titans met, could they possibly do Hookshot Cave as well?
Yes, they could, because they have Titan Mitt and they have Moon Pearl. I was trying to think if they had Moon Pearl for a second there. Totally forgot they had it. But yeah, they could do Hookshot Cave. They could do all of Eastern Death Mountain, dark and light. So
that would save them a bunch of time from having to come up here again, because nobody likes to make multiple trips to Death Mountain.
No, I mean, it's well worth it to make multiple trips, because it's, what, 12 items, I believe? Someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's 12 items total on Death Mountain available. Quake.
And Jencey making a wrong turn at Albuquerque there.
Oh.
Forgetting which cave to go into. I totally understand that.
Flippers.
The flippers. That is...
So that just resolves Leodox's break.
Jencey will be very happy with those once she finds them.
Oh, most definitely. That we'll have to. It'll be interesting to see if Jencey soon after heads to the Hobo from there, because that just resolved Leodox's entire sequence break right there. So very
Absolutely.
nice.
And Leodox looks like he's going over the Dark World and gonna finish his collection of the Death Mountain items.
Indeed. So I'm excited to see what else there's left. Yes, Death Mountain has a lot of options for items available up here.
And for anyone who's new to Randomizer, but it was played A Link to the Past vanilla, it's easy. It's very easy to forget that these caves even exist.
Indeed, it is.
A new player to this could spend hours trying to figure out where they missed something, and not even bother checking, because again, you don't know this until you've run Randomizer, and that's one good thing about the Randomizer, is that it forces you to relearn these games over and over again.
Yeah, because every time you'll have different items, and as we've seen many times, there's a lot of rooms that, as we just call them, we call them rando rooms, basically, because you won't ever know them if you don't run Randomizer. I can think of at least, and the Quake for T-Rock, so they already have the pendant for Turtle Rock. very interesting. And since Meyer Meyer is required, so we might need another medallion. Words.
Possible it could need another medallion. It may be Quake as well, which we have seen duplicate medallions for opening those places. But both of them need the flute as well.
Yes, I meant medallion for T-Rock. Medallion, pendant, they're all the same thing.
You know, you can wear them both around your neck. I'm sure it makes a nice fashion accessory. They do kind of look like Olympic gold medals, so you really can't go wrong. I mean, we know that Link is an Olympic caliber sprinter with those Pegasus boots.
Oh man, and Leodox seeing the ice rod up on the island out there, so Leodox is gonna have to go back in and go out for that ice rod because he knows he needs that with T-Rock being required.
Yeah, Trinex will not be going down if you don't have that ice rod. So, but I'm sure it's I'm sure he's not going to mind spending the extra little time to make sure he gets that.
No.
A lot of people, if they go in blind, they're going to go through this, not knowing what the item is on the other side, and it very well could turn up to be, the green rupee. So.
Yeah, it happens a lot too. It's not very often we see a required item on there. I think that's the first time in a race that I've seen a required item there. But it's kind of funny that it happens to be Ice Rod, which can be almost virtually anywhere because Ice Rod's really not needed for much of anything that isn't Trinex. Like, you never see it used on anything else. So.
No, I mean, in a bind, if you have the hammer, you can freeze an enemy and bash it to get a magic refill for the most part. I'm not sure if Randomizer fixed that or not, but I know in US vanilla anyway, if you did that, you could basically refill your magic.
I'm pretty sure Randomizer fixed that because all of the enemy drops are randomized.
Okay, so that does make sense. That explains why I've tried that a million times to refill my magic and it never worked. So, lesson learned, life lesson, not from King Zora today.
Yeah, no, not from King Zora. So right now, I'd say we have Leodox with a small lead, but a small lead, as we've seen, can totally disappear or turn into a big lead. So it's interesting. Jencey making her way quickly into Hookshot Cave. There we go.
I was gonna say Hookshot Cave. I was lacking the words too to describe that. It's like, what item are they using? Okay, this is Bombo's Cave. We're gonna call it that.
Yeah.
You need Bombos to get through. And eventually we found the right word. It was Hookshot.
Yeah, there's so many words, so many terms. All of these races are starting to blur together, I think, a little bit.
Yeah. I think I heard of someone earlier call it a book shot, so you're half right there. And the book and hook do rhyme. They're a little letter off. If you were playing Wheel of Fortune, you called book shot. I don't think I'd blame you, but no, you'd still be wrong.
So, Jencey making a save and quit. Not sure what she's deciding to do. We just saw Leodox covering both the King's Grave and the Flanktuary items, or the rubble pile. Not getting anything good in there, so we're still missing quite a few items.
Still worth taking a look. And Jencey's got the rupees now. Looks like she may be going over to King Zora. Maybe. Oh no, she's gonna go hobo.
Jencey didn't check the island, did she?
The island for Hookshot Cave?
Yes.
No, she did not. But she didn't have mirror anyway.
Totally missed Ice Rod.
Well, at least the good news is that Ice Rod is actually close to Turtle Rock, so she might take a peek at it when she goes to Turtle Rock and say, "Oh, look, it's right here."
Shoot, Chat's making a good point. I totally forgot. Jencey doesn't have mirror yet.
No, she does not. She has the money to go to King Zora and get the mirror. And she might do it now that she has flippers.
Indeed. I can see that being very likely. And there is Jencey's hammer. Not saving? I'm hoping Jencey goes up to get that mirror from King Zora.
Yeah, she's running out of options in the light world.
Quite a big difference.
And it looks like Leodox is going to go to Thieves Town. Practically a free dungeon. The only item you really need to get everything is the hammer. And he's got that. So that should be an easy clear for him.
Okay, looks like Jencey is going to head up to King Zora. Whew, that was making me nervous.
And this is
Scared
one
me a
thing.
little bit.
And this is one thing I forget as well as some other people, I'm sure that just casually run it, is that you can take a warp around here to get to King Zora's area quicker. So that's where looks like that's where Jencey's going to right now.
Yes, so that is definitely a lot faster than making an accidental warp back.
Oh, that happens. You have very little control until you actually get used to the swimming mechanics of this game. That's easy to do. That happens quite often. Even some of the best runners can do that.
Yeah, it happens pretty commonly. Unfortunately, as we've seen, Link is just not a good swimmer. He takes those flippers and just swims poorly. So Leodox making his way through Thieves Town. Good choice, as you've already said yourself. You can get all of the items in this dungeon as long as you have the hammer. There's 4 possible items to be collected in here, so it always makes sense to come in and check it. It's real quick to clear. This is a crystal dungeon as well, so it makes it nice to pick up right now.
And we do know that Blind is very allergic to butter, so this fight should be quick once it gets going.
Well, he's not necessarily allergic to butter. The interesting thing about Blind is no matter what sword you have, Blind always takes 9 hits, period. It's 3 hits per each time, no matter if you have the butter sword or a lower level sword, so it makes him one of the easier bosses to beat, actually.
That is very true. I like to think he's allergic to butter, though. It makes my day go by much easier when I just believe that.
That's fair, and you can believe that as much as you want.
All right, I like believing what I like to believe. Everyone should believe what they want.
So we don't have any shields because they have to actually go find the shields. Nobody's found one yet.
Hey, Jencey knows how to do these things without shields. She did that last time. She's probably thinking, "Oh my God, I hope I'm not doing another shieldless run again." That I don't think she'd be very happy with that, but she knows how to and she can. So I have a lot of confidence she'll be able to.
No, I definitely think so. Shields aren't entirely necessary. Many runners with the shields.
Yeah, it's like okay, nice item to have. I can't surf on it like I can in Breath of the Wild, but you know, it can block an attack that's not from anybody named Beamos. But
yeah, exactly.
It's like Mirror Shield, Beamos. Why aren't you blocking this attack?
I have many times asked that question. Jencey picking up the boots and then going up to the Hera.
The red rupee
tablet.
The tablet, not fun at all.
Nothing useful, unfortunately. But
and Leodox going. He's got the big key, so he's gonna go see what that chest has. I am gonna put my guess in and say, there it is. I was gonna say map, but hey, the shield's better. Probably most likely, unless he already got the map. I did not see whether he got the map right now or not.
I haven't seen. I'm not 100% sure if he has or not. Oh, there's the map. So that answers that question. He had not had the map afoot yet.
He's got the big key. He's got the map. He's got the compass, I believe. So that means Blind has to have an item.
Indeed.
We know the single arrow's already gone, so.
Yeah, and I know last race that we had over on Speed Gaming 2, Blind had silver arrows, so.
Yes, and could lightning strike twice in 2 races in a row.
Yeah.
Could silvers be there again?
It's a possibility. You never know.
Jencey is gonna go visit the King's Tomb. Let's see what the king buried himself with this time.
If I'm correct, I believe it was just... Okay, it was a heart container. I was like, it's either a heart container or a piece of heart. Couldn't remember exactly.
See, if he had just kept that heart container, the king would still be alive.
Yeah.
I don't know what he was thinking there.
Not 100% sure. That's very interesting.
Leodox making easy work, although the lag's starting to get there, and he's got a lot of things firing at him.
Oh man, that was cutting it close to getting down to 1 heart. Whew.
They are
just a heart. Man, is this vanilla? Giving a heart and a crystal? I think we might be playing vanilla here. I think we might have been gypped.
What some people will do in that blind fight, if it starts getting a little too chaotic, if they have the Cane of Burner or the Magic Cape, they can just use that and protect themselves entirely from damage from blind, because that can be a very chaotic fight.
Indeed,
even though even though the the cane will possibly lag the game a little bit, but if you're running low on hearts, it's better to waste a couple seconds with a lag than to waste a couple minutes going back through the dungeon.
Yeah. So, looks like Leodox is gonna pick up our frog friend. Not gonna see him getting taken on a tour. That's a little sad. It was very fun to watch him get taken on a tour, but I understand the desire to just get him all turned in. He's got enough rupees to pick up his item, so.
Yes, he does. And some people adore frogs, so why not take him on a wild tour with you?
Why not? I mean,
Frog versus Ganon, that would be an interesting sight.
I'd love to see Frog versus Ganon. Oh, just a red rupee from the peg puzzle.
Man,
Puzzle.
this is definitely not a poverty seed today.
No, it is not. It's been very, very rich.
Which is good because that means they will have money unless they, use it on potions and whatnot to pay for Kiki. I'm teasing Rick a little bit there. He knows I'm teasing.
Yeah.
He even with all everything he went through, he still had an amazing race too. The previous race, if anyone did not catch that, is what I'm referring to.
Yeah, his race was done very well. Oh man, Jencey getting chased down by the bunny bee, managing to escape.
Run, Jencey!
That was very close.
So,
Leodox taking the chest on a little bit of a tour.
Jencey, you're giving this guy a heart attack here. Don't do that.
Man. Leodox leaving the chest there. I understand why he leaves it a screen over. He can't take a follower with you to do the digging game. Yeah, it's still determining it as being there. That's unfortunate.
Something's following you. I don't like it. It's like,
That's weird. I left it on the screen before. How do you see it?
I actually did not know that you couldn't do it. I've never attempted it, therefore I never know. But he looks like he's going to have to take the thief tour over to the thief in order to get that unlocked before he can do the shovel game.
He'll have to come back, so that's unfortunate. But it's definitely an interesting mechanic that we're not. Well, at least I'm not 100% sure why it occurs, but I know we saw it when we did the frog tour, but
I think generic Dampé just doesn't like having anyone else see what exactly goes on when you dig. So
that is possible. And just a red rupee from Stumpy. So Stumpy not giving anything good. Leodox very likely to. I'm hoping that Leodox sits up Hype Cave while he's over here.
The Dark World generous guy, yes. Most likely he probably will. He's right in the area, so why not at that point? Or he may just say, I don't like this chest following me. It's getting awful heavy to just drag around like this. I'm just gonna get rid of it.
Yeah. So, there's another 20 rupees. Leodox can't find anything of great use at this point, so that's unfortunate.
No, the color red is in his future.
Yeah, I guess so.
Lots of red. Heart, red tunic, red shield. He didn't see the red sword though, so I guess that's something, but...
Skipped over that. Leodox having a mirror bonk trying to go hit up Bombo's tablet. So
that's one of the most annoying mechanics in the game, I find, especially not knowing the map as well, is that if you're just a pixel into a place like that...
Oh, there was the red sword!
I called it. He was gonna see red all game.
Man, I think we have another witch, chat. There's witch commentating. We're gonna need your pitchforks ready.
Well, there's no lantern right now, so no torches. Unfortunately, no fire rods found either, so I'm wondering where that's going to be to open up Skull Woods.
No fire source. I'm getting curious where all the fire sources.
If I were doing this, I'd be starting to sweat a lot more right now. And then I realized I had no fire source to sweat even more, so... Yeah, this is not going to be fun if they don't have a way, especially if they don't know how to get through dark rooms that easily.
Does he weigh the same as a duck? Oh, and a flute! A flute on Desert Palace Ledge. So looks like Leodox is just going to go into Desert Palace anyways. Not a bad choice at all. Desert Palace is pretty quick, and there's 2 possible items, plus the ledge item, so for a total of 3. But we know it is a pendant, so it's not going to necessarily need to be required unless Land Molas have the final item, which would be Troll.
Yeah, that would definitely be troll to have to just grab the chest and hope that landmollusts don't have the item that could be in there. But then again, he could leave the item there, and it could be just rupees. So he may, if he doesn't fight landmollusts, he may be in better shape anyway. So that's the decisions you kind of have to make at these randomizers.
Ether medallion pickup, so that could end up coming into play with we haven't seen. Yeah, no, we haven't seen Misery Myers.
No one's had the flute, so we have not been able to. But that Leodox will have that remedied in just a moment.
So it could be.
Add that to your bonk counter to get the big key. Anyone who's keeping track out there.
Oh, little key in the big key chest. Big chest. That's a little bit weird.
Well, it happens more often than we'd like to think, though. I think everyone who has ever run one of these has seen something like that happen before, anyway. And it's like, oh, are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's like, really? I had to walk all the way over here just to walk all the way back over there? What is this?
And you would think the big key could open little key doors, like in the originals, Legend of Zelda.
Oh, and there's the lamp. So it looks like Landmollas will be able to be completed, but not necessary because that was the second item. Thankfully, Leodox was doing his counting correctly, and so we know he's not going to continue looking.
No, no point at this point. Just finish it up, grab the flute, again, just get out of there.
Oh, shoot. Let me update Jencey to have big shield. I'm sorry, chat. We're trying.
It's a good thing one of us is paying attention to chat. It just does not happen to be me for right now.
That's okay. It's hard to pay attention to chat, races, and the tracker.
I have a bad enough time just trying to pay attention to my own voice, so.
That's fair. After you do it a couple times, you get used to it.
Oh, I'm sure. I am sure. At least I'm hoping, knock on wood. Something like that.
Save your tank memes. So, Leodox looks like he's going to activate his flute. Should be exciting. Jencey trading her 10 rupees for 1 for saving the breadsmith. Not a very good trade there, if you ask me, but...
Well, it's a good trade for the blacksmiths anyway. It's like, hey, we just conned you. We just got 9 rupees out of you. It's like, life lesson there.
Yeah.
But Leodox, having the Titans, having a light source, and having the flute now will probably go to Misery Mire. At least that's where I would go, and I'd probably regret it. Well, actually, no, you're right. He doesn't have the red cane, so
doesn't have red cane. Yeah, doing that wouldn't make any sense. I'm thinking based on the items Leodox has, Palace of Darkness is a definite option. Could also do Swamp Palace, could do... Well, it can't do Skullwoods, but Palace of Darkness or Swamp Palace are both very good options right now, and probably much more advisable.
Yeah, Palace of Darkness is one of the two crystals required for the super bomb, so he might go there first, but they're both required anyway, so it really doesn't matter at that point.
No, it doesn't matter too much, but it is also good to keep in mind that Palace of Darkness is 5 items, and Swamp Palace is 6 items. So that's 11 items right there to pick up before you hit up Misery Mire. Better chances to pick up an item that you might need. Leodox now going back to hit up the dig game because he couldn't hit it up earlier. Jencey's still working on taking her blue chest away. Having some fun.
Well, let's see if the digging guy will actually let him in this time. If the guy may just say, no, your shadow's following you and I don't like it. Get out of here. It's like, but I got 80 rupees. I can give it to you. It's like, get out of here.
I don't want any.
Yeah, meh. No, he started the digging game, and what's the count on it? I believe it's 17?
15.
15 digs guaranteed,
Oh, there it is.
Eliminate the RNG in this one.
Yeah.
When you race vanilla, that can be especially vanilla 100%. That can be a kind of a trolly thing, which is probably why I don't see too many people race 100%.
Indeed, and it can always be. It's always kind of funny to me that we're in a randomizer, but we took away some of the randomness by making it so a chest game will always show up with the item on the second chest. The digging game is always going to be the 15th item.
And no blue balls.
Yeah, and no blue balls from Aghanim, so...
Like,
a couple of those...
From a development standpoint, I can understand that, especially if you want people racing it, because you don't want races to come down to strictly RNG from an enemy or from something else. I mean, if you're gonna come down to RNG, just have it be the chests and where they're placed. But
Yeah.
because you technically, if that wasn't fixed, you could spend literally hours looking through the digging game to find the hook shot. You know,
Yeah,
and the other
hoping that
person could
there's
spend 2
something
seconds.
in there. Yeah, something in
So
there. You might not even know that you picked up the item and have actually done it.
yeah, exactly. So from a
Interesting.
development standpoint, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, makes perfect sense to me. Leodox is opting to go into Swamp Palace, as I said. Probably the best choice at this point, with 6 possible items in there.
6 items, very quick. You don't necessarily need the big key. I mean, it helps to unlock the big chest, but you don't need it. So,
No.
and I've actually seen a seed where the big key was dropped by the boss itself. So,
Yeah. Quite a possibility. So.
Jencey's seeing the flute now, so she's definitely going to make a trip into Desert Palace now.
Makes perfect sense. So Jencey will likely get her lantern soon and her ether medallion.
And she will be happy because I know she does not like to do dark rooms. She can, but no one likes to do dark rooms.
No, dark rooms are. Oh, they're terrible. I hate dark
Quote
rooms.
Captain Obvious though, dark rooms are dark.
That's very true.
That's not a quote by me. I'm just quoting Captain Obvious here. Dark rooms are dark.
Who's Captain Obvious in this case, if not you?
I don't want my identity revealed. Come on. Who do you think I am, Captain Obvious? Like, come on. Give me some credit.
It's a possibility at this point. You could be Captain Obvious trying to quote for Captain Obvious yourself. It might just be you.
How much do I have to pay you not to reveal my secret identity like that again?
Oh man, chat. What do you guys think? How much is he gonna have to pay to not have his identity revealed?
I'm gonna have to call my wife. She's got the money.
Yeah, Bo is behind Sahas. Whatever.
He's behind Secretariat.
Secretary.
You know, maybe I'll just call it Shakira. That may be what Shakira looks like when she's 120. You ever think of that? Maybe it is Shakira in disguise.
Shakira is secretly.
Sahasrahla, something like that. Hey, I might have got it right. Who knows?
Oh man. So,
Jencey's going. I was like, she's going back into it. Maybe she's miscounting how many items she's got left, or thinking that she forgot something. That sometimes happens to some of us, especially. I'm running this. With so many things going on in your head, sometimes it's just very easy to lose count of what you've collected.
Yeah, it can be very easy to forget. Can't say I blame her, but we do know she hasn't collected the second item. She's only got.
She went right for the flute right off the bat. So
yeah, which makes sense. Making sure she doesn't forget it.
Yeah, that's easy to forget once you find the couple items that are already in here.
Yeah, so. But it is always good to remember your item counts for dungeons. So, no, okay, I've already got this many items, and so the only items left can be map and compass, so I don't need to continue on.
Right, and that's very important information to know, is how many items outside of chests and keys can you actually pick up in these palaces. That'll save you a lot of time knowing that.
Yeah, looks like Chad is commentating a lot on her accent.
I get that a lot too. Northern New England, so I'm gonna have that distinct accent here. So I get that a lot. I can't help it. That's the way. That's the way Jesus made me, my Lord and Savory.
Lord and Savory Jesus.
Yep. Speaking of cheese, when's supper?
All right, so Leodox still working his way through swamp, not having the big key, can't open the big chest. I haven't seen anything really in swamps. Swamp's kind of been a bust.
Right now, yes, but who knows? Yeah, you've got a few chests left, and It's always gonna be that last one that you least expect. So, and again, I'm calling it right now. That boss is probably gonna drop the big key, and there's gonna be something important in that big chest. So both players will probably have to go through this dungeon again just to get the item in that big chest.
Yeah, very likely. Or if Leodox plays his cards right, he might be able to pick up the big key, run back, grab the big chest, and then run up and kill Argus. Jencey finally heading up to visit Sarsaparilla. Maybe? Maybe not.
I just hope so because yeah,
Oh,
she's
No?
come on. What? No, she is. I think she's gonna try and do Palace of Darkness, but you can't get through Palace of Darkness without bow.
No, so it makes it an interesting
Unless she's thinking that the bow could be in the Palace of Darkness. But we as the lucky viewers have already known that Saskatchewan does have that bow.
Yeah, it is. I think it's a possibility for Bo to. Yeah, Bo can be in Palace of Darkness. I was trying to think. Yeah, Bo could be in Palace of Darkness. There is quite a few chests that it can be in. I was curious to see if we'd see Jencey warp somewhere in the middle, hit up Saskatchewan on her way up, but it looks like she's just opting to go straight into Palace of Darkness.
Leodox making very quick work with the
Argus.
I don't even know the official name of that boss. I just call him Big Eye with cheese puffs around him.
Big Eye with cheese puffs around him.
Hey, it works, right?
Yeah, it works.
And every time I play this game, it just makes me more hungry. So.
Yeah, his official name, if I'm correct, is Argus. So there was this third crystal.
I like my name better. He's got cheese puffs floating around him. He spends his days playing World of Warcraft, and no, that's probably why his eye is so big and red. He's sleep deprived. That's all it is. He's got his own gravity. It makes sense.
I don't think I've ever thought of that boss in that way. Just gotten so fat and sleep deprived that he's got his own center of gravity, and cheese puffs have started orbiting him.
It makes sense in my head.
It makes perfect sense to me. I've just never thought of that. That's pretty great. I always love to hear what people think of these things.
Well, Leodox, he's got the big key now. Was it dropped by
No, it wasn't dropped by. It wasn't dropped by Chief's Puffs. It was dropped in the waterfall room.
Okay, so either way, he got it easier just to do the boss and then come back out rather than go to the big chest and find the arrow upgrade and then go back in to go through it. So just easier doing it the way he did it.
So Jencey, realizing she can't really do much in Palace of Darkness because she doesn't have that bow, but she's gonna get her bow.
Sriracha is gonna realize. She's gonna realize Sriracha has that bow. That's what I'm saying.
That is definitely gonna make her happy. Looks like Leodox is heading to Palace of Darkness too, so we could very likely see the frustration pull. We could very likely see them both high five right there in Palace of Darkness.
Unless she goes to Eastern Palace, because she very well could right now having the bow.
Wouldn't be a bad choice.
Especially it being an easier dungeon. It's right there. She doesn't have to go back to the warp. Although if she mirrored in front of it, then she might as well just do the Palace of Darkness, then go back to Eastern. But
yeah, just finish it out, warp back out when you come out, and doing it this way actually could give her a nice time save that she definitely needs at this point, because she'll be able to do 2 dungeons real quick right back to back, which Leodox has not done, which could help her catch up a bit, because she needs to make some time back up.
Leodox in Palace of Darkness now, and possibly could have a high five, but Jencey's already cleared quite a bit of it.
Oh, looks like they're headed to the same room.
Oh, they
though.
are. We could see a high five.
I think the high five's gonna happen.
Wait, let's see.
Oh,
almost in the same room.
Darn it!
It's like, come on. It's like, Leodox, go faster.
They're in the same room.
They were in the same room. It's like, no, go faster, Leodox. That's basically what he's probably thinking right now. He's probably wanting to go faster anyway, so. Jencey making some quick work of the mimics.
Very quick. So they are like almost in sync right now. Oh, they are basically in sync right now. So
Get those high fives ready, everybody. Ooh.
Oh,
They just passed each other. They are.
that's good
Get the
enough for a high
fives
five
going.
for me, I think.
Yep, good enough. We'll take it. We like those high fives.
Oh, there's the high five right there. They passed through the doors at the same time, going opposite directions. That was a high five.
High five.
Oh man. Man.
Indeed. If I am lacking words to describe what I am seeing right now as well.
I
Now, Jencey opted to use that key to go around.
makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
There's
It definitely does.
two
But it
chests available down there.
there
We'll have
are.
to see if it
Leodox
pays
opted
off.
to go to the dark room first by the looks of it. So a little different route. He may have to go or backtrack anyway, because those two chests, one of them may have the big key.
Oh, there's one of the keys.
I think. Or is the big key already grabbed? Might have missed that. A key for Jencey.
There's second key.
Leodox with the fire rod.
Oh,
Gonna be
man.
one happy camper. He'll probably go right to
Skullwoods.
Skullwoods. Thank you. I almost said Swampwoods. See, it's like that whole Lost Mountain, Death Woods type thing.
We can't. For those who weren't aware, the dungeon names have been randomized. We
Yes.
have randomized all
Either
of them.
that or the randomizer has programmed the commentators to say random things. That's also a
Yes.
possibility.
It is considerably possible. The commentators are just randomized. You didn't know, man. Mind blown.
I mean, I was chosen at random, and I mean, come on, I'm as bad as you can get. So
I'd say you're doing well.
I hope so.
Palace of Dungeons, yeah.
Palace of Dungeons. There we go.
We have seen that happen before.
It's a palace, but it's got dungeons in it.
Yeah.
Leodox with another key in the basement. And red rupee. I told you, he's gonna see red.
So much red.
Including that boss of Swamp Palace. So much red there.
Oh, man.
I mean, now I want cheese puffs.
Jeez. you did that one to yourself, I'm afraid.
I blame the game. The game.
You blame the game.
I blame the game. Or my cats, whichever
Oh,
one I
man.
want to do first. I blame the cats.
Why not blame the cats? Cats are always a good place to blame.
Yep, exactly. And Jencey finding the compass in the big chest. It's like, I already know where to go. I don't need the compass.
Yeah, just running through. And it looks like Leodox having to go back to pick up those keys because he.
Yeah, at this point, yeah, might as well. Don't know what you're missing at this point.
Yeah, he's trying to make sure he hasn't missed anything.
He'll gladly spend this key to get another key. In vanilla, this is where the big key is. So normally you don't have to worry about wasting a key just to get a key, but no one knows what's in these chests.
No,
That's why it's called a randomizer. Another statement from Captain Obvious.
He's showing his true colors again, chat. He's revealing who he
Gummin.
really is.
No one knows that. I swear it.
Soon enough, we may know who Captain Obvious is.
All right, I'm reaching for my checkbook now. What's it gonna take, everybody? and notice I'm gonna be paying you all in ruples, which are or what are the actually no, it's not gonna be ruples. What are in Link Between Worlds? What's the name of those rupees that take rupees away from you? Not Link
The
Between Worlds.
Rupors.
The rupors. Yes, I'm paying you all in rupors.
Oh,
In other
you all
words,
get
I'm getting
Rupors.
the money out
I'm
of this.
sorry, chat. Rupors for chat.
There you go. Y'all get rupors for knowing my secret identity. I'm sorry. It's my way of punishing you for my own dumb mistake.
That is unfortunate, chat. I am sorry that you have been paid in Rupors.
This just in, Mr. Starboard does no more commentary.
Yeah. Oh, some of
Jencey
chat
looks like
is
he-
trying to deny knowing who you are.
Oh, good. Usually I try and say, oh, for the right price I won't tell anybody, for the right price I'll forget this, but, the right price is going to be more rupors, so there you go.
Just works out. I guess it works out in your favor. People knowing your secret identity and you get paid. Win-win right there.
The superheroes have it wrong. They just don't know how to reveal their identity and get paid out of it. Well, except Iron Man. I think people do know who he is.
Yeah, Iron
Jencey
Man's
looks
never
like
really
she's-
kept it a secret.
No, he's too much chauvinistic to not do that. But hey, we all love him anyway. Jencey looks like she's going to Helmasaur King.
Yeah, big ol' hamster king. Just gonna take him out quick.
Yeah, he's already got the first piece of the mask off. He will now become the Phantom of the Helmasaur.
Rotten balls.
Wait. Oh, there are more cheese. Oh, actually, smaller cheese puffs this time. The Helmasaur King shooting out.
Was that what those
Man, I'm really getting hungry now. I should have remembered to eat before
Everybody's
doing
got
this.
cheese puffs. All of it. It's been confirmed. All of the bosses have cheese puffs somewhere. You just gotta figure out where they are. Figure out where the bosses are hiding their cheese puffs.
Sometimes you gotta kill him to get the cheesy poofs out of him. So
Yeah. I mean, that's
Jencey
the whole
with
reason
the-
Link comes in to kill him. Get those cheese poofs.
exactly. I mean, how else is he gonna sustain his hunger throughout this whole thing?
I've
not like
always
this.
wondered that.
It's not like there's a cooking pot around that you could throw some items in and make some funny noises, and 5 seconds later you have a gourmet meal in front of you. No, Link has to get cheese puffs out of these monsters. Talk about a poverty seed. He's gonna live on cheese puffs.
Man, you are making me hungry at this point.
My job is done. Good night, everyone.
Oh my gosh, everybody's gonna be hungry. Man, I think we've all been trolled here.
The problem is I gave everyone Rupors, so they're not going to be able to even afford cheesy poofs here. Leodox with the map from the Helmasaur King, dead paper at that point, trash paper, toilet paper, whatever you want to call it at this point. Jencey, yep, you were right. Going to the Eastern Palace right after Palace of Darkness here, this could save her quite a bit of time, allowing her to try to catch up slightly. She is a bit behind, but thankfully Eastern Palace is a quick dungeon, so she should have that third crystal in no time.
Yeah, so she's not too far behind, just a little bit. Chad seems to be interested in the fact that we've gone from commentating to cheese puffs, but what Chad doesn't know is that cheese puffs are entirely related to the commentating. We've already explained it.
Exactly. Cheese puffs are life. It's fuel for commentating.
It's commentators' fuel.
And eventually I'm gonna make it fuel for my automobile. It will work. I swear.
Oh my gosh, that would be interesting.
No, I take that back. I cannot have that because the moment that happens, you're gonna be seeing $10 a bag for cheese puffs.
Yeah,
And I'm not talking about a family-sized bag. I'm talking about those little things you get in like the at the checkout aisle. It's gonna be $10 for that thing if cars run off cheese puffs.
Oh man, that would be unfortunate.
Okay, that was a patent pending thing, but no, I don't want to see that happen. I'm gonna remove that patent. I swear, you never have to worry about that again.
removing the patent. So we just saw Hype Cave. That was actually very Hype Cave. That was pretty bad.
Yeah, there's no hype in that.
Oh, that was unfortunate. I don't know. What? Leodox heading up to mountain where he's going to be pyramid. Words. Where he's going to be very disappointed by what he sees.
I think everyone's disappointed right now because there's no lack of cheese puffs in front of. Actually, there's a big lack of cheese puffs in front of everybody. So, yeah. Then there's the power glove. We all know the power glove is so bad.
The power glove is terrible. Nobody wants the power glove.
Just love the power glove. It's so bad.
And boomerang.
No,
Boomerang best boomerang.
Yep, indeed. I kind of wish they would have kept the yellow color from the original. We could have called it Lord Banana's Second Coming, but at least it's not scrap metal. Or the inferior model for any Z1 rando players out there.
There you go, the inferior model. Oh man, so looks like Leodox is heading up to Catfish. No, Jencey hasn't hit up Catfish yet.
No, she has not, and she is going to clear out Eastern Palace right now. So
yes, so this will net her third crystal. Leodox having his 4th. Oh, and there's the Bombos.
Bombos. The last gold medal, which also is oddly shaped like a pot. Okay, no. I'm not going anymore with food. I swear it.
I don't know that I believe you.
Well,
I guess
I mean,
somebody
I
wants...
I've heard of Pie Force before, so that's the
Well,
whole quest. That's the whole purpose of the rando quest. You're not getting the Triforce. You're getting the Pie Force.
The Pie Force. That is
Pie Force.
what everybody wants. The Pie Force. The quest for food.
Well, let's see. It is 10:20 at night Eastern Standard Time. I'm past my supper time. I'm sorry, everybody. You can all blame TGE after this. So
Blame TG.
hashtag blame TGE.
There we go.
Jencey,
Pie Force.
there we go. Pie Force hype. Jencey looks like she's going right to the Armos tonight now, and shouldn't have too hard of a time with this. She's positioning herself well. Leodox going through Skullwoods, opting not to get that chest. Did he already find everything he needed in it? Or does he think it's just a key? Or no, he's probably gonna go backwards anyway, so he'll pick that up on the way back.
I understand what you're saying. He's picking up after he's gone through there, because it's a little bit faster if you have the Pegasus boots. If you don't have the Pegasus boots, it's kind of faster to pick it up.
I understand, because as soon as you grab that chest, it creates a hole, so you'd have to technically go around it to go up. So hitting it on the way back makes perfect sense.
Indeed.
Arrow upgrade for Jencey, crystal number 3 for Jencey, and she is on her way.
Yes, she is. That is... a quick word to that. So, Jencey just slightly behind, needs to pick up... Swamp's the only one that Leodox has done that Jencey hasn't, so not too bad. But Jencey hasn't found the Ice Rod yet because she didn't have the requisite items for that. So that could be an interesting effect on this race, because we know where it is and she can go get it. She just doesn't know it.
Yeah, if she thinks to check that hookshot cave, the island right above it, then she can hit it right on her way to Turtle Rock. You know, not much time lost there. But if she starts panicking a little bit and wondering where could it be before she goes to Turtle Rock, because you don't need it until you get to Turtle Rock, then this could come back to bite her a little bit.
Indeed, it could, and it keeps things interesting too, because Leodox right now is missing Cane of Samaria. That's all he's missing for Go mode. But Jencey is missing Cane of Samaria and Ice Rod. We're not sure if Bombos is needed yet. We don't know that, but we know that Cane of Samaria and Ice Rod are needed.
Absolutely. So once Leodox finds that red cane, he's in Go mode.
Which could end up costing Jencey any ability to come back if red cane soon.
Once a person's in Go mode, it's barring any divine intervention, soft locks, hardware crashing, power outages, monster truck running through your front door. It's pretty much be GG at that point.
Monster truck running through your front door. Man, that is a commentator's curse if I have ever heard. Someone needs to knock on some serious wood for this guy. Please don't let that happen to one of our runners.
Yes, I apologize. So I'll say a prayer or, count some rosaries. Whatever you do to appease RNG Jesus, let's make sure that that's done.
Oh, man. Cheesecake is pie. What? When is cheesecake pie?
I've got the chat going right now. My job's complete. Goodbye, everyone.
Yeah, right? When is cheesecake pie? Cheesecake is not pie.
Hey, yes, it's cheese pie. I swear it. Leodox had a really quick fight there with Mothra there. I mean, I don't know it's Mothula, but hey, when you got to copy Godzilla, you might as well.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Yeah, exactly. Why not? That's gonna be a new chat meme right now. Why not? Okay, maybe it's not. Don't quote me on that. I don't guarantee anything the chat's gonna do.
No, you never know what chat's gonna do. Chat can do, and chat does what chat wants. If I've learned anything,
it's like Dr. Mundo. He just goes where he wants.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, Jencey, we are going through Swamp Palace now. now correct me if I'm mistaken, because I probably am, and I'm probably misremembering things. There wasn't anything in Swamp Palace that Leodox found, correct?
No, there wasn't anything in Swamp Palace. Leodox is checking Master Sword. Let's see what we get.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Keep your fingers crossed for Red Cane.
Silver arrows! Oh!
Ooh.
I don't know if these runners know how to do Silverless, so that could...
Jencey has told me she has practiced Silverless, so if Leodox does not know how to do Silverless, this could benefit Jencey a bit. But I know she's more comfortable with it.
Oh, man. Okay, chat is saying that Leo knows how to do Silverless, so
Okay.
we both know how to do Silverless, but it looks like we are going to have a required Silverless. So that's fun.
Oh, yeah.
I feel
my
for
words
these
escape me.
runners. I feel for them at this point. Oh.
Leodox opting to head up Death Mountain. I'm trying to think, he doesn't have Red Cane, so he's not going over to
Are you
Turtle
doing
Rock.
Spike Cave? Spike Cave.
That is true. He does have he does have Cane O'Brien there.
What is he doing? Oh, he never hit up Ether Tablet.
No, he did not.
So it looks like he's gonna hit that up.
And he's going to be kind of disappointed to find that he's going to see
20
more red.
rupees.
I believe it's red anyway in there.
Yeah, it's more rupees.
Yep, more rupees.
Man.
But while he's here, he might as well check out Spike Cave if he hasn't already. Oh, he's going into...
gonna do Tower of Hera. I mean, Tower of Hera is two. Let me see. Two items.
And it's a quick dungeon to go through too. So at this point, again, hashtag why not? I'll say it right now. Why not at this point? He knows, and if he wants silvers, he might as well go through it. It's one step closer as well. But
yeah,
you never know. That cane could be Moldorm could have that cane, or Trolldorm, as he's been affectionately known as these days.
Yeah, he's definitely very trolly. So it'll be interesting to see if he opts to. Well, he's probably gonna kill Trolldorm because I think Trolldorm at this point is pretty likely to have an item.
Hey, it's not a legit run unless you kill Trolldorm at some point.
Well, I mean, you have to kill Trolldorm the second time, so
Yeah,
that's
that's my
gonna happen
point.
no matter what.
That's my point. That's how you legitimize a run. You kill Trolldorm. Because you have to. So every run should be legit at that point, right?
Oh,
Right?
and there's the
Okay.
cape. Yeah.
Alright. So Leodox with the cape. So if he wanted to go do Spike Cave after this, he would have definitely an easier time. Although you can do it with Cane O'Brien too, so.
You definitely can. So it'll be interesting to see. So Leodox is gonna go up and kill Trolldorm.
Why not? Might as well do it now. Jencey
Jeez.
taking a long time. She's taking a moment to pause and look at her notes, I believe, or maps to figure out what she is missing.
Yeah, she's trying to. She's done all of left at this point. She just needs to go to the back part. And there's the pendant. I missed what item Leodox picked up.
That was the item in that Moldorm had.
Oh, just a
Moldorm.
map. So
Just toilet paper. That's it.
yeah, just the map. So Leodox is gonna have to go to the basement if he wants to pick up that last item. Ooh, that is
Just
mm.
yeah. And, who knows what that is? He's got the compass, big key, and everything, so we know it's going to be an item.
Yeah.
Whether it's going to be important or not's another thing.
That's always the big question: is this something I need?
All right. While the tiles are going through, who wants to take a guess at what item is going to be in that chest?
Yeah, there we go. Let's take a guess.
Little chat interaction there. I'm gonna guess bug catching net.
Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and say powder. Why not?
Ooh,
We'll go powder into
the crushed cheese puffs. All right.
the crushed cheese puffs.
How else could you turn an anti-fairy into a fairy except by pleasing it with cheese puffs that are crushed? That's gotta be it. That's what
I like
believe.
how we have gone full circle back to cheese puffs.
Hey, I'm a big guy with a stomach, you know? This happens.
That is fair.
Okay, as long as it's fair.
It's funny to me. Man. Oh, it's just a 10 arrow upgrade. That is unfortunate. Jencey working through Swamp Palace, trying to make a little bit of catch up. This little bit of loss of time for Leodox could help Jencey catch up.
Took another wrong turn at Albuquerque there, so a little lost time, but she definitely remembers where to go now, so she should be able to clear up the rest of this dungeon no problem.
Indeed, should be pretty quick. Leodox making his way into Spike Cave. We'll have to see if he picks anything up. Interesting. Usually we don't see runners use the Cane of Burna, but it actually in this cave makes a lot more sense. For those of you who weren't aware, Cane of Burna costs more initially, but then over time, in fact, costs less than the cape, even though it lags.
And it's the polished mirror shield.
So nothing useful in there, but still not bad to have. Never a shame.
One thing I was always sad about with the mirror shield is that it was only mirrored on one side. What if Link wanted to look at himself in the mirror as he was protecting himself? You've got to make sure that hairline is right.
I mean, the other side's where he keeps all his cheese. Wait, it's like a kangaroo pouch on there. He stores all his cheese buffs in there.
Oh, that makes sense. I mean, he's got to have some sort of pouch. I mean, look at all the items he's storing. He's got a hammer in there, a bow and arrow. I mean, he's got his mirror anyway, but whenever he looks in that, he just gets warped to another point. So,
yeah,
no point looking in that mirror. He's got a book, a lantern.
I mean, he can look in the mirror in the light world, just not in the dark world.
Yeah, that is true. It's got to do something with the space-time continuum. It's got a flux capacitor in it somewhere, I'm sure.
A flux capacitor.
Oh wait, this is not it's not Ocarina of Time. He's not traveling through time. Never mind. This is parallel dimensions, something like that.
Well, this is a link to the past, so he may have, in fact, traveled through time. We're not 100% sure.
Okay, I like your line of thinking.
This could be in the powder. There's the cheese puff bag.
And speaking of cheese puffs, that's what Jencey's doing right now.
Yep, cheese puff boss.
And everyone's it's never gonna be. It's always gonna be known as that now. I'm sorry, guys. I ruined the game for you. Childhood gone. That's it.
Childhood ruined.
My job's done. Out of here.
The darkness fade.
Here's the thing. I did not know that you could literally ruin cheese puffs with butter.
What?
I'm gonna have to make sure to keep the two ingredients are not close to each other anymore.
How can you ruin cheese puffs with butter?
I don't know. Jencey's doing a pretty good job of doing that right now.
Oh, there. I see what you did there. I was
there
like,
it is.
Where is he going with this? I'm not quite following. And it clicked, man.
Yep. Good job, Pat.
Man, slow children at play.
I see that sign all the time. I think one's right outside my house, and it's usually only there when I walk outside. All right, looks like was that another red rupee for Leodox that Batman gave him?
I believe it was.
Oh, I'm really sorry, Leo. I know you don't need any more money. I say you were
Leo
seeing red everywhere.
So much red, much red.
But at the same time, Jencey's gonna also be seeing that. So,
indeed. So I'm curious now to see if Leodox heads up and checks Bumper Cave. Maybe we got some Aria Bumper Cave.
That would be a logical explanation right there to take a little peek at it anyway, just to see what's up there.
It's possible.
What does he have left to do now? He's still got Turtle Rock and Misery Mire, both requiring the red cane.
Yeah, it's sure possible though that Misery Mire has the red cane. We could see a vanilla red cane. That would
it
be
is, or it could be worse, and we could see Ice Palace with the red cane, and Cold Stare having it.
Just thought about that, or Sarsaparilla having it, and then there it is. Never mind. Immersion ruined. Sorry, red cane was found.
Rando, please.
Come on, we were hoping for a Cold Stare.
Yeah, I want
having the green pendant.
Everyone wants
sarsaparilla.
Everyone wants to see a giant cloud and an iceberg. Come on.
Yes, we love seeing the cotton candy boss. Like,
oh, that's a good. Okay, you came up with that one on your own. That was not me.
Butter ruins cotton candy as well. If anybody wasn't aware. So. There's the cane of Samaria.
The only thing butter does not seem to ruin are people who have vision loss. Because a knife does the same thing, evidently.
Indeed, it does. It doesn't change blind people.
Nope. Jencey not opting to go to the the east end of that passage. She's opting to use that key right there.
Interesting.
But she doesn't need to because she did pick up that chest where I believe the compass is in vanilla. And going to the east room, actually, it's a smart choice because that chest in the room below where she is now is a guaranteed key.
Indeed. So it makes sense to do it the way she did it. Making good use of the hook shot in there to get across those little pits so she can go check the big chest instead of having to bomb jump.
Yeah, she knows what she's doing. Pay no attention to the bird behind the microphone.
The bird behind the microphone.
And Leodox, he had all the medallions, but Ether's required to get in. No bird toss, I didn't see though. So
I didn't see it. I think he killed the bird before the bird was frozen.
Poor bird! Don't toss the bird. No, everyone loves the bird toss except me.
I love the bird toss.
Yeah. I mean, I can see why it's entertaining, but for us birds over here, it's cruelty.
Well, it's not really a bird because we've decided that is a murder-dactyl. So it's a pterodactyl that murders you.
Yeah, but it could be my ancestor. You're trying to eliminate us birds in the present by going into a link to the past.
I mean, have you never seen the movie The Birds? I mean, we all have seen
a movie called The Birds.
There is a movie called The Birds. If you haven't seen it, it is
Saria, if you're watching this, Saria, Netflix that somewhere. If it's got The Birds, and I gotta watch that.
The Birds.
It's probably like the worst movie ever.
It's one of the worst movies ever. It is absolutely terrible. But
then that means I'm gonna have to watch it with Saria then. So
yeah, it is absolutely awful. But it goes over the fact that how birds outnumber people. What is it, 21-1, and like they go on this attacking spree, taking out people, and it's just terrible. But
I think I've heard that. It's like an old 70s or 60s movie or something.
Yeah, it's like an old Yeah, there we go. It's a Hitchcock classic. It's
I have heard of
bad.
It then.
You see them with like ketchup on their face and everything. Oh yeah.
Special effects, 1960s special effects.
Oh yeah,
Leodox already in the basement of Misery Mire.
Man, making quick work of this.
Yeah, he's in go mode, so he's ready to finish this.
He's done. He's ready to just be over with this. He's through. Jencey almost to.
She is cleaning up Skullwoods. Yes.
Yeah, there we go. I was trying to think of the boss name. Still doesn't have the ice rod though, so that's a little tricky. And doesn't have the cape either. I'm trying to think where the cape was now.
Cape? That's a good question. Chat, help us out here. I know we're supposed to be keeping notes on this, but I'm running out of sticky notes just trying to remember all these cheese puns. Trust me, my wall's plastered with them right now.
All of the food puns going on.
Oh, man. Now I want punch. Oh, that does sound good. My throat is getting dry.
Oh, that's right. Cape was in Tower of Hera, so that made Tower of Hera actually kind of required. It's an interesting little setup because you have to go Tower of Hera to pick up the cape, to then go get Cane of Samaria to finish this. Man, that is trolly.
That is very trolly. And then, because granted, Tower of Hera is a very short dungeon. You don't want to have to do a pendant dungeon if you don't have to.
No, but it could end up helping to save Jencey a bit, going up for that Tower of Hera. Hopefully she goes over and checks for the ice rod, sees that it's over there, and then picks it up, putting herself into go mode.
Yep, that's all she needs, and she'll get to that point when she figures that out. We just hope it's sooner rather than later.
Yeah, asking how is she so far behind? She did Aghanim 1, which ended up not paying off. It came back to bite her in the butt a bit, costing her, I think it's like 6 or 7 minutes doing Aghanim 1.
And the giant hand comes down and says, "Nope, you're going back to start. Do not pass go, and do not collect your 200 rupees."
No 200 rupees.
No, you'll get the rupees, but no rupees.
Rupees are okay. Hand approves.
Okay,
hand
hand
approves
approves.
of this messages.
Master hand approves. Gotcha. Leodox, he's ready to finish this.
Oh, Jencey trying to pick up that magic, just missing it.
Oh.
That is
I believe she missed it by that much.
By that much. Unfortunately, we can't see how much that much was, so we'll just have to imagine.
Yep. I'll end that Get Smart reference. Alright, grabbing the key, going through. Jencey's gonna probably pick up that little bit of magic there and go through Mothula, who is not allergic to butter.
No, not at all.
No, and spikes tend to protect him more than anything, so
Yeah.
it's like the
Spikes.
I think everyone can agree this is probably the most annoying boss fight in the game.
I definitely think either this one or the cotton candy. They're both like I hate them both.
Frozen cotton candy. I mean, whose idea was that?
I don't know.
Oh, well, great. Now I gave Good Humor an idea. Never mind. Good Humor, if you want to contact me, my my information's in the description. You can find out if you want that frozen cotton candy. It's going to cost you a few rupees.
Or Rupoors.
No. Yeah, I'll pay them rupees for it.
Oh, okay. There we go.
You got to work in the negatives here.
Well, I mean, can it be a negative Rupor?
Well, that'd just be a rupee, wouldn't it?
Is it?
Ooh, I didn't think of that. I like your line of thinking.
Blowing minds here.
Oh, I don't think my mind can be blown any more than that. I'm ready to pick up the pieces right now. Yep, here's a piece. Oh, here's another one. Ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy.
Ooh, piece of candy.
Someone get that reference too.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, Leodox taking the long route for the torches here. Hookshotting, gonna get in easily. I never knew that until I started watching speedruns. Like, hey, I could just hookshot through this.
I didn't know about it either. I was always doing the long route myself, and then I watched this. It was like, I have been playing so wrong.
It's like, yeah, that's the way with any speedrun games. Like, what? We've been playing this wrong all these years?
Yeah.
It's like, how?
Oh.
Who knew that in Ocarina of Time you could just go through the door, the Goma's door again, and get to Ganon? It's like,
Yep.
I've been playing it wrong all these years. Spent all those countless hours when I could have just beaten it in 10 minutes. Or 12, or whatever the record is right now.
I don't even know.
I give up.
Some of these speed runs just blow me away.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Gosh.
Even seeing, when I first saw reverse boss order for this game,
Oh.
I'm like, you gotta be kidding. There's no way this could happen. But
How is this possible?
blue mail, so it's basically an undershirt for Leodox right now. It's, you know, keeping it extra warm on the top of that mountain.
It's that mithril.
That mithril.
All the references going on right now.
Yep.
The Blunick. There we go.
The Blunick. Hey, I like that one. Whoever said that, have a Rupor.
The great Sir Nico, and then Jencey finishing up Skullwoods. That is another crystal for her.
On her way to... Is she doing Misery Mire without...
not a good choice.
Well, she doesn't know that, though. She doesn't have the luxury of watching the stream like we do. She is finding the crushed cheese balls, though, so... Cheese pops.
So which we know isn't going to net her anything.
She's going to make some lucky bat happy if she decides to go there. Because we all know bats enjoy crushed cheese puffs. Especially if they're fruit bats, because we all know cheese is one of the 4 main fruit groups.
I thought it was just one of the 4 main groups in general.
Ooh, isn't that that's the base of the pyramid, isn't it?
Yeah, the base of the pyramid is cheese. Cheese and cheese flavored products. They all just go together.
I am drawing this up right now. I am drawing this. I got a triangle. Let's see. Well, if I do an upside down triangle, I'll have a Triforce. I can't do that because that's patent infringement. Let's see. Oh, she is deciding to feed Batman over here.
Yeah,
and,
Batman's just giving some red.
Yep.
All the red.
There's the red again. There's so much red in this seed.
Just so much red.
Alright, Leodox. Making quick work of the switches, going down to the dark room, and anyone who's ever done this without lantern, oh boy.
Yeah.
If anyone's ever done this without the lantern, I applaud you. I will not give you any more Rupors, so don't worry about that. But I very much applaud you because it takes some real guts and skill to do this, and anyone who can do it in the dark deserves, deserves a gold medal, at least in my opinion. That gold medal probably being Bombos, which you have anyway, so...
That's very fair.
Okay, as long as it's fair. I don't like being unfair.
It's fair.
Okay, good.
Oh,
Glad
man.
we're in agreement.
Chat is telling us that pizza is a vegetable. I am glad I got my vegetables in today. Then I had some pizza for breakfast.
Damn it! Here the whole time I had McDonald's. I should have been having pizza.
You should have had pizza. You could have gotten in your vegetable count for the day.
Oh, you got a point there. There is that tomato sauce on there. Except I like the Alfredo sauce on I like a white pizza basically. So if that's the case, I got my cheese group in again. So I'm set.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Leodox going.
Oh, McDonald's is dairy. Okay. Well, but dairy's the bottom of the pyramid. We already established.
Yes, the cheese is the bottom of that pyramid that I've drawn. That looks more like a triangle right now. That is, unfortunately, not 60, 60, 60 at all sides. It looks more like 59, 61, and maybe another 60 at that point. So I got an angle off there somewhere.
Well, that's okay though. Doesn't have to be perfect.
Geometry was only a B subject for me, so.
It happens to the best of us.
Oh yeah, alright. And it looks like Trinex is also allergic to the butter.
Very allergic to butter, jeez.
It's like, you'd think a big guy like that could, a stick of butter wouldn't affect him. It's not a big calorie intake for him. But you feed him butter and he just falls to pieces.
He's got that high cholesterol. Just
oh, that's right.
Not working for him.
It made his arteries into rock, basically, at that point.
That is what has
happened.
Like the rest of him. And all that extra butter just... Oh, the heart explosion.
Everyone's gonna be... McDonald's gonna have to write and thank me after this or something, or Pizza Hut or something, because they're gonna have an influx of food deliveries or something right after the stream.
Whole lot of food deliveries.
Fast food industry, you're welcome. Chatters, I'm sorry, but not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. There we go. Another person in chat making a fair point. The food pyramid is just food stacked on top of each other. Just a bunch of tasty foods all stacked on top of each other.
Where is this pyramid, and how much is it going to cost me to fly there?
Yeah, right.
That is a challenge I'm willing to accept.
Yeah, flying to the food pyramid. I hope
no,
it
not fly to the
somewhere.
food pyramid. Just taking it down, piece by piece.
Just eating away at it. Oh, we're getting distracted. Chat. We need your guesses for the chest for Ganon's Tower. We've already seen 1 and 2, so don't guess them. But
I'm guessing 30, even though I know there's only 22.
There's only 22. How can you guess 30? Your big key is not in this. It's in another dungeon.
Maybe I'll guess F. Can I guess an F?
F.
Which is, I think, technically 15.
Sure,
we'll go 15. Oh, she finally found the cane. Decided to go to the bumper cave. And
she doesn't have the cape though.
No, she doesn't. I think she realized that too.
Cape.
And I just realized that looking like, wait a second.
Cape. So she doesn't have the ability to do it because she hasn't hit up Tower of Hair to pick up the cape. Oh.
Well, sometimes
she's gonna try and do it with the cane. I can't fault her for that.
I think she needs a hook shot to get across, though. I could be wrong.
She's got a hook shot, and you don't actually have to do it without a hook shot. You can do it without a hook shot.
I believe I have heard that once. I've yet to see it proven, or at least I've yet to do it myself. I'm sure it's right.
Yeah, you have to skirt right along that upper edge. She's trying to make it past, hoping she can get through. Cannot do it without the cape. It's frustration.
It's just like banging your head against a block, or in this case, a bumper.
What can I do? Trying to figure out what she's forgotten.
Well,
that is always a bad feeling. Going, I can see the item. It just can't get there.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this is one of those seeds where she has to go. Excuse me. She has to go to a place where she doesn't want to go.
It's like chat is having a press F to pay your respects. Go ahead and get your F presses in for paying respects.
Evidently not. And it looks like during that whole distraction which seems to be a common theme with me commentating today, is that Leodox has found the big key. Did anyone count which one it was? Because commentators today, because of me, are not doing their job.
Oh. Chat's saying 9?
I said F. I was right. Okay. I'm good.
It was F.
What I win?
No, F is for paying respects. That's what they're doing right now. It was 9. Okay.
Okay, it was 9. What's 9? Oh, wait. 9 and hex. What is that? Oh wait, never mind. That's 9. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. Maybe. Okay.
We're not
She's
sure.
gonna go check out
Spike Cave, which was, as we know, wasn't anything good. I think it was just rupees again.
Wasn't it red?
I'm pretty sure it was red. It was
Okay.
something red. I don't remember what it
I'm
was.
sorry. I think I jinxed everybody here. We'll blame TG again for it.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
It's always that's
Exactly.
always
Hashtag why not?
hashtag why not.
Why not?
The
And actually, no, it wasn't rupees. It was, I believe, the mirror shield in there.
oh, that's right. It was the mirror shield. I am totally forgetting.
Okay.
Oh.
When, like I said, when you're hungry, you tend to forget these things, and everything starts to look like food. I mean, the fire rod looks like a strawberry ice cream at this point. So
I hadn't even seen that till just now.
you're
Oh.
never gonna unsee it. I've done my
No,
job.
no, I'm not. It's more like a strawberry snow cone. It's like one of those red.
You got a point there. The cone, the shape of the cone is more. Yeah, I don't know logistics of ice cream, so
I don't know. I'm trying to. It's a possibility though.
it very much is. I mean, you look at any of these things and you can see food.
Yeah.
Except the bloomerang, I kind of see one of those. Actually, I better not say what I say.
That's probably for the best at this point, I'm guessing.
No, because I really just see a boomerang. I can't think of anything hilarious to say about that. So
I can't.
Jencey looks like she's gonna go to Tower of Hera now, so she'll be happy to know the cape is in there. It's just she's not gonna be happy to find it.
No, I would be extremely frustrated to find it there, and she's probably getting a little bit nervous, hitting about the 140 mark. Many
She
people.
could be, but at the same time, she's still on good pace to break her PB.
Oh, she definitely
PB is a little over 3 hours, so I think, knowing Jencey, she's gonna be proud of what she's done, and everyone here should be proud of her as well.
Oh yeah, for sure. Just getting in here and doing her best on the races. There's no shame in that.
She sees
She
the
sees
ice
the
rod.
ice rod. She wants to get to it, just having a little bit of trouble because of the darn squirrels.
Those stone squirrels.
Those things are such.
Oh, so she is not
Butt
going
heads.
to Tower Hera. She's actually gonna.
She's gonna pick up the ice rod first, and then hopefully head over to Tower of Hera.
Yep, she's hoping.
I am hoping
she-
because this will put her in go mode.
Yeah, because she knows if she can, once she gets in the Tower of Hera and gets that cape, she will be in go mode because she's got the ice rod, which she knows she needs for Turtle Rock. And in order to get into there as well, you need the red cane, which she gets the cape. Yeah, she's got this. She knows she's in go mode
She'll
after
make it.
this.
She'll make it through.
Well, she doesn't know the cape's in there, but once she gets the cape,
Once she
she'll
gets
breathe
it,
a big sigh
she'll
of
be
relief.
ready. Yeah, it's gotta be nice to see that. And as we saw, Leodox beat up Troll Dorm 2 real quick, and then validated his run, picking up a blue rupee.
A double validation, nice. He
Good on
Troll Dorm.
Leodox for
Actually, he already
validating.
that's the second time he beat Troll Dorm today, so a triple validation. We are all set.
That is perfect. We always want more. Ooh,
Jencey forgetting, I think, or making a little misstep as to where. Oh, Jencey, use ether. If you forget the.
no, she remembered. She remembered.
Okay.
She just went the wrong way the first time. It's
So
a
that's
little
the
bit
second
tricky.
time. Yeah, it definitely is tricky, and that's a little trick if anyone ever forgets these things. You use ether, you can reveal the floor.
Yeah, I think many people have forgotten that one because nobody ever does it. So. Oh man,
Yeah.
Leodox just not putting up with Aghanim.
No,
It's just
man, that was a
not
quick
feeling it.
kill. He's like, have my butter. Oh, okay. Look away, children.
I thought it was PG. I don't know what's happened, chat.
PG, pizza
Oh, no.
generator.
Just
Ooh, that's what PG stands for.
warping away. Why are you warping away? What?
Jencey, don't.
Oh no.
She got the ice. I mean, she picked up the ice rod, but she's so close
is
to that cape.
What is she thinking right now?
She doesn't think that the I think she's. Does she think she forgot something over in Palace of Darkness?
I don't know. Looks like-
Confuzzled?
I'm pretty confused. Leodox already into. Okay, yeah, he's already into third third position.
Yeah, and he does not have the silvers because he did not opt to go for them. So this is going to be a silverless
No.
fight. But you know, he's got the butter sword. So how else are you gonna?
It shouldn't be
just-
too bad.
No.
Not bad at all.
And there was a little discussion earlier as to why Ganon was weak to silver arrows, and the conclusion is he's part werewolf. You could see it in that pig snout that he is part werewolf.
Part werewolf. I was trying to figure out why he was weak to silvers. I was thinking it was just. I have no idea what I was thinking, but that makes perfect sense. I will accept it.
Okay, only logical explanation.
Jencey's going to do catfish. That's what's going on.
Okay, you know, at this point, I think she's trying to exhaust the rest of her options without having to go into dungeons, and I can't say I wouldn't do the same because I probably would. And I think a lot of runners would try to exhaust their overworld options before going into dungeons.
And there's the Bombos, which was the final medallion.
Yeah, not needed, but
still not bad to have, especially if she decides to go into Ice Palace, which I really hope she does.
No, if she's gonna do Pendant Palaces, she'll probably do Desert. Well, unless she already knows that she's already exhausted all.
She's already gotten the 2 items from Desert.
Then
so
she
should know that.
Anybody who had to make a choice here between Tower Hera and Ice Palace, I think everyone would choose Tower Hera and Leodox with the victory.
Oh wow, good on Leodox. So
that was a
Leodox,
nice clean kill.
GG to him. That was really beautiful, and it looks like he finishes it with a done time of 1:45:33, which IRC is actually telling me is improving upon his personal best by 2 minutes and 45 seconds.
Congratulations to Leodox. Everyone give him a round of applause compared to a square of applause.
Square of applause.
Yeah, that was a bad one. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, people. Have some Rupours on me. And do we want to get him in for
an interview?
Yes, drag him in. I do mean drag.
Hoping we can get a chance to interview him. Jencey's still trying to exhaust all of her overall options before.
Yep, and that's what. And
Jencey typing in dot forfeit.
Yeah, once she saw that dot done, she's pulling on that chest in frustration, banging her head against it.
Yeah,
I can't blame her, but she still had she was on pace to break her PB.
Yeah, it's too bad, but I guess knowing that with Leodox winning this one, he will move on, and she has at this point lost. She's not going to move on. So.
Still, Jencey did really well. She deserves a follow.
Definitely.
She deserves a round of applause, a square of applause, even a triangle of applause at this point. So
yeah, just a little sad, but make sure to follow both of our runners. There is links for both of them. Yeah, follow Leodox, follow Jencey. Make sure to follow both of them. We'll see if we can get either of them in for an interview.
Yes, let's do that.
Oh, Leodox is in the waiting room. I'll pull them over in a second.
Everyone at this point, while we're waiting for Leodox, get your bonk estimates in.
Bonk estimates.
I am guessing 2,306.
Wow.
Give or take 1 or 200,000.
And welcome, Leodox, to the commentators box.
Hello.
GG on that.
Thanks.
Well done on your race.
Thank you.
So, what were your thoughts on this seed? Let's get out of the way.
Really like a Stoops jet seed right in the beginning. And then it just turned into where the heck is the King Mario?
Yeah.
And
I
that took
am
me forever to
guessing
find, so.
2,300.
It looked very promising in the beginning.
Six.
Like it was to be a quick one.
Give or take
You
1
know,
or
the
2.
Moon Pearl and the mirror right next to each other is like, oh my god, you know.
Yeah. Looks like we have Jencey in the waiting room as well, so we'll go ahead and pull her, both of you at the same time. Why not? Welcome, Jencey, also to the commentators box. We have both you and Leodox. Why did I say box?
Because we were talking about shapes before everything, before we pulled them in. So
talking about shapes, we were talking about food. We're talking about food this whole time.
you guys are lucky. the chat and my co-commentator here are never going to look at half these enemies the same again. So you're both lucky in that aspect, unless you watch the VOD, in which I don't.
Go watch the
probably
VOD. It'll make more sense.
Yeah, I think I'm
Okay,
gonna do
okay.
it now. I'm a little
I have a quick
curious.
question.
Okay.
Sure, Jencey.
Where was the cape?
The cape was in Tower of Hera.
Okay.
Yeah, we
'Cause
thought you
I
were
found
going there.
everything else I needed, and I just didn't know where the
Yeah.
cape was.
Yeah, if we were thinking, because when you had gone up to Turtle Rock, up to the top of Death Mountain, Jencey, that you were gonna go to Tower Hera's. Like, as soon as she gets that, she knows where the cane is. She'll get the cape. She'll be in go mode. She'll finish the seed no time. She'll break her PB. So.
Yeah, we were definitely thinking it, but like it was just there was some definite trolliness in the seed, forcing you to go
for
up
sure.
to Tower of Hera just to pick up the cape, to then go down to the Bonk Cave to pick up.
So
Yeah.
much red.
It was
Yeah,
just
it's
a lucky
Safari.
gamble
I should
for
have known
me.
something was up when I saw the boots on top of Spectacle Rock, and I had to like backtrack through everything and come back up to get the boots. I should have known something.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was very, very conflicting.
I
But
think it was gonna be a really fast seed right in the beginning, and then, of course, it wasn't.
yeah, so it makes it a lot of fun. But I mean, you both had a very excellent race, as we saw in the IRC. I don't know if the IRC is actually correct, but it looked like you had a new personal best, Leodox.
Yeah.
So that's actually congratulations on that as well.
Yes.
Both of you were doing
Appreciate it.
extremely well. There's just slight differences. I think the biggest thing that caused the time difference was Jencey not going up to Tower of Hera, and then Jencey also went and did Aghanim 1, which we saw wasn't required.
I was hoping and praying that something was going to be on that ledge. I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm going to need to take a gamble. And it didn't pay off.
Yeah, and I mean, unfortunately, that can happen. We've seen many a race where just doing a slight gamble can pay off big, or it can come to bite you in the butt a bit. And this seems kind of like one of those bite you in the butt scenarios.
The 00 comes up every now and then, so sometimes you just gotta take that chance. And I probably would have done the same thing, Jencey. So you both still had an amazing run, and this was very entertaining to watch both of you. And I think everyone in chat can agree with that.
Yeah, I gotta watch.
I'm
some
happy I
more for
was
sure.
doing as well as I was, that I was able to get 5 out of the 7 before he finished. That made me feel pretty good.
Absolutely.
Yeah, heck yeah.
So before we turn over to the next race, because the next race is going to be starting soon, do you guys have any final thoughts for us on the race?
Any last requests? Wait, nope. Okay, never mind. That's the wrong thing I wanted to ask.
Not quite right.
No.
Not really. I mean, yeah, just nothing. I got nothing.
No comment.
I'm with him.
No
I got
comments.
I ruined it. I'm
Just
sorry.
Look to the past, randomizer, man.
Yeah,
That's rando for you.
Yep.
that's how it works. So
I'm
for
just,
the chat,
I'm just gonna be looking forward to the next tournament, and I'm gonna try to be a lot better by then.
it's fair. That's what you got to try and do. For the,
Oh,
sorry,
sorry.
27 bonks.
I
What
kind
were
of
you hearing?
spoiled it, but whatever.
27. Oh, I was close. I was only one away in my guess. Right?
Did you make a guess?
I guess 26. That I don't even remember. It was a 4-digit guess I had for
It was
bonks.
something ridiculously high. I don't think you were that close.
In my
Hey,
mind, I was. That's all that matters. 27 bonks. That's
Come on,
still
man.
still pretty good.
Okay. Everybody, make sure to follow the runners, and you can go ahead and follow the commentators too. We always appreciate it.
If you dare.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
follow the runners. If you dare follow me, that's one thing. You should definitely follow my co-commentator here. He's amazing. I appreciate everything he's helped me with today.
I can speak from experience. Ignore Starboard. He's
Yes.
annoying.
Exactly.
And
Hey, wait
I
a
know.
second.
Damn.
So I'm allowed to say that.
I resemble that comment. Thank you very much.
resemble that comment.
Resemble, dude.
Okay. And then we do have another race coming up right
Yeah.
now. It looks like they're setting up for it right now. So we are actually going to get out of here so that the next race can come in. So
Absolutely.
with that, this is the Ickis signing off. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.